Good to see everybody. Appreciate you being here. Hope you enjoyed it. It was fun out there. The crowd was into it. Had a lot of people here. Had a spirited practice. A lot of things to work on, but a lot of things that were done really well. And we're looking forward to getting in there and getting to work, getting some meetings and seeing some tape and continuing the process.
Is there a bit of a difference with fans here, just energy-wise?
I'd say so. Yeah, I'd say so. Guys, the energy's there as far as practice, but it definitely impacts the guys as far as the juice. It's fun to have people watching.
Abdul seemed to have a pretty active day.
He did.
As a rusher.
He did.
What you've seen from him, what you expect from him.
He's had 2 good practices. I mean, he's doing everything well right now. He was in the backfield quite a bit. He's going against a really good tackle too. And thought those guys are making each other better. I just appreciate that kind of competition. Ones against ones a lot of times, and he looked good. He's not the only guy. He had a heck of a practice.
How much can it help a guy like Abdul, who's still a young player, to go up against a guy like Andrew Thomas?
A ton.
Every day.
Help them a ton. You're right. And plus, they talk. It's not just going against each other, but that's where it starts. And then they talk about the plays afterwards on tape. They might talk a little bit at each other during practice, but afterwards they're talking about the play itself and sharing ideas. And a guy like AT, he'll give him a lot of pointers.
John, you watch Abdul on tape. You obviously can see the talent, but what does he have to do when you look at it, in your opinion, to take his game to the next level?
I think he would tell you just a consistency level, down after down after down, all downs, all situations. Being a complete player on the edge, and we'll move him around too. And that includes even dropping him into coverage sometimes. All those things. Play the run, rush the passer, all the movements, stunts, things like that. Cover for guys on movements, all those things that he's determined to do. I've heard him say it many times, to be a complete player.
What have you seen from his approach, just behind the scenes?
I've seen that. I've seen an amazing work ethic and a really deep determination to do every little thing right. Very serious-minded guy. He smiled a couple times today. That was the first time I've seen him smile since camp started, so that was good to see.
Where was Art Green?
Art had a little tightness, a little muscle tightness, so he was out of practice.
Nothing serious?
I don't believe so. He's getting some tests. I don't think so, but we haven't heard yet.
You mentioned that Abdul and AT go at each other sometimes and talk. That's not Andrew's way, though.
Well, no, I'd say probably you're right. Probably Abdul's talking more, and Andrew just kind of look at him.
Is that what you like from a left tackle? Just you know what I'm saying? Just go. What have you seen from him?
Well, Andrew, he's special. He's one of a kind. Elite football player, elite left tackle in every way. He's in phenomenal shape. He's moving great. He's worked super hard. He's healthy. He's ready to roll, and he looks really good.
John, what do you think of the jawing back and forth? Is that just a natural part of things getting more physical?
I think it's just the guys are having fun and competing and getting after it, and it was good. It was all good-natured, and it was a highly intense practice. It was fun to be a part of. It was fun to be in the middle of it. That's why I said when you come off the practice field, we just had football practice. In the NFL, in a beautiful setting. It was awesome.
And what's the story with the patches on some guys' jerseys?
The patches are something that we've been doing since '08. They are kind of in honoring the military award medal type things. So we start those. There's 2 patches right now that for the guys. So far, it's the off-season program. They've made a certain amount of the off-season program, and then there's guys who had the sword as a playoff appearance for the Giants at some point in time. But then there's other things you'll see as we go once we get the games going. Yeah, Pro Bowls will be in there. Maybe we don't have the Pro Bowl patches yet. I don't know. The Pro Bowls will be part of it. Game awards, that different kind of game awards that we have will show up on there.
John, I know we talked about Jaxson yesterday. I probably could talk to you about him every day. We talked about how perfect he wanted to be every play in the spring. Is this kind of the proving ground? I know you said you're chasing execution, but this is kind of where you want to see him take some chances. Let's see what you can make out of some of these calls, and don't be afraid to make a mistake or make an interception.
Sure. No, yeah, I do think there's truth to that. You push the envelope a little bit in practice and see where you can fit throws in and things like that. I would hope they would do that, and I think that's definitely his mindset.
He's been under center a ton his first 2 days. Didn't do a lot last year. Why is that important, and what are the challenges for quarterback to being under center?
Well, I don't know how much he's done it, but he looks good doing it. It hasn't been an issue at all. It does, I would say, under center in the passing game, it does really discipline your footwork because the drops are so important under center, and I think it enhances. He would tell you it helps even in the gun, pistol or whatever. But it's just another element. It's part of our offense. What our offense is going to be. We're going to be in various elements, and that's one of them.
John, we saw a few guys after a penalty off the field. Is that kind of a discipline? Not discipline, but more just kind of like emphasizing how important it is to be disciplined and not get penalties?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we'll try to be penalty free in practice if we can be. We'll look at them all. We'll evaluate them tonight as a staff. We'll show them to the guys tomorrow. There'll be a lot of arguing in the team meeting about whether it was. We had one yesterday. Was it a push off? If you remember the one, I think Jalen had it on Tay, right? Is it a push off? Is it not a push off? Didn't get called. So we don't have NFL officials right here, so we don't have that luxury of them making those calls. But these guys are doing a great job, so that's really important.
John, yesterday Kayvon got in the backfield, tipped a pass from James today, a big 6.
Mm-hmm.
What have you made of his burst, his hands that he's been showing?
Yeah, I'd like to see a lot of that. That's what you want to see. I mean, he's a pretty athletic guy. He's aware. He does have good hands. The ability to rush the passer and also the awareness to bat balls down is massive. I mean, batted balls is a big stat in defensive football in terms of getting off the field. So that's something we work on. We do not coach our guys against batting balls down in any drill we do. We want to practice that.
Coach, I know you talked about your connections with West Virginia, playing WVU when you were a college athlete at Miami of Ohio. That was the start of the Don Nehlen era, which was a very prosperous era for WVU football. How much do you recount from that time playing the Mountaineers, if anything at all, from Coach Nehlen's team?
I remember Coach Nehlen beat us really bad when I was coaching at Cincinnati. He beat us really, really bad. But I was a special teams coach, and our punter, he had like the best day in the history of football. He averaged like 50 yards a punt, and he had about 15 punts. So it was quite a day. You can go back and check it out. I'm going to say 1989. It was a bad day for the Bearcats. But Coach Nehlen played with my dad at Bowling Green. My dad coached for Coach Nehlen in 1967, 68, 69 at Bowling Green State University. And Coach Nehlen came back and coached with my dad and under Bo Schembechler at Michigan in the 70s. Danny Nehlen was a long-time equipment guy there, and we were buddies. We played basketball just about every day when we were growing up and they were coaching together. So a lot of great ties to the Nehlen family. Coach Nehlen, Marianne, they just had the most awesome Vicky, daughter, Danny. Just love that family so much, and treasure those days. Yeah.
John,
Two more.
back to Kayvon really quickly. Do you like how he's handling playing largely with the second string defense so far? He's mainly been a starter in the league for the most part, or alternating. Do you think he's bringing a good attitude to that?
Absolutely. I don't think he's worried about it. He knows he's going to play a bunch. And these guys know we have three starters at outside linebacker. It's just those are all starting football players. So, slice it how you want, do a depth chart any way you want. Those guys are all going to play a ton of football. Same thing for inside backer. I put Mike in the same category. We've got three starting inside linebackers. That's a really good situation. We treat them appropriately, all those guys, and they're going to play a lot of ball.
John, I meant to ask you yesterday. I know you joked about Cam, like you wish you would have stuck the landing on it, but we didn't ask you about the scatter with the flipping. How much do you feel the need to talk to him about stuff like that, or just being careful, or of his surroundings, and taking care of himself outside the building, or not?
No, to me, it's a very good question, and it's something that we talk about everything all the time. So those things, that other things have come up every day with Scat or anybody else. There's a lot of guys to talk to every day, and we have interactions with everybody on your team. But so Scat and I have had, 5-6 really good conversations since he got back, and that might have been talked about in there with some other stuff.
Might have been.
It might have been. There might be a good chance. But I think it's just part of the ongoing process, just communication, being on the same page, trying to be the best we can be in everything we do. And he's great. He wants to be great. And he listens and talks and tells you what he thinks, and it's all good.
What's your message for something like that?
Messages, and the big picture message is you want to take care of yourself. You want to take care of your team. Do everything you can do to be healthy, be back, be right, be good. What does that mean? It's not going to be the same situation the next time for anybody. It's going to be different. So it's really the principle that you talk about.